to kind of recalibrate?
Yeah, I was telling Dan, bye came at a fantastic time for this team. I feel like it just rejuvenated the spirit. Obviously, we got the ping pong tables back in the locker room. Everybody's excited about that. Just get to compete and not just football. And I feel like, yeah, it just rejuvenated everybody's spirit, and we're excited, and we're treating this like a whole new season. And these games coming up, I think, are probably the most important of the year.
For you personally, was it a good time for? Because sometimes when you have a game like that,
Yep.
maybe you want to get right back out there and kind of shake that off. And
Yeah. I mean, personally, I felt like the bye came at a perfect spot for me. Personally, I really enjoyed just getting back to Fort Payne. Like I said, my wife's mom, she has a place up on the mountain, no cell service, and so I was totally unplugged for the week, and it was just it was a great time just spending it with family. Me and my wife are from the same hometown, so I got to spend time with my parents. We got to spend time with her family and kind of have early Thanksgiving, just enjoy each other, and it was really fun.
Are you sensing a theme this year on any of your missed kicks? Have it when you've went back and looked at it
Yeah.
with Darren? Like, has it been the same thing, or does each one tell a different story?
Yeah, for the most part, my miss has been left, and for me, that's kind of interesting and kind of confusing at the same time. My whole career since I've started kicking, my miss has always been right, and for these to be left, it's pretty interesting for me. And so I feel like the bye week and then this week, my focus is just figuring that out and figuring out what I'm doing wrong and trying to make corrections.
None of us are none of us are kickers. So can you walk us through like when it's
Yeah.
you're saying it's going left? It's weird for you. Like,
Yeah.
what are you breaking down as to why that's happening?
Yeah. Well, usually right-footed kicker has a right miss normally, just because you're a little late. You're hitting it with your leg a little bent, and you're not catching it clean, and you're not fully locked out, and so the ball is just kind of weak and fast spinning off to the right. But left, you can kind of come into play like your toe can wrap. You could pull a little harder and just tug it a little bit, is what I say. So yeah, I mean, I feel like for a righty, normal miss is right, just from not pulling through harder than you usually do. But maybe I'm just overcompensating and swinging a little too hard.
What has the mental part of this been like for you, Evan? Do you do a mental reset?
No, I mean, mentally it's been just fine for me. I haven't felt negatively about this season. I feel like I'm hitting the ball well. I'm just not putting the ball where it needs to go. And so mentally, I feel like I should just continue doing what I'm doing, but just find those little things here and there that are going to help me put the ball through the upright. And I feel like it's walking out there with a little more confidence in myself and knowing that day in, day out, practice, pregame, I do the same thing as I do during the game. So just really understanding and not overthinking kind of what I'm doing.
Do you think you're in a good mental place?
Yeah, I think I'm in a fantastic mental place. I think my wife and my daughter definitely help with that. Just going home to her every day, and she doesn't care if I go 0 for 5 in a game or 5 for 5 and hit a game winner. She's still going to treat me the same and just know me as dad. So I feel like having her this year has been wonderful, just because if I do have a bad day at practice or a game, I get to go home and just enjoy that time.
how much reflecting did you do during the bye week on it?
So I feel like everybody during a bye is you think about it maybe on like Monday, Tuesday, and then you just kind of shut everything off. You don't even think football. Like I said, I played a lot of golf over the bye week and just enjoyed that time with my family, just getting to walk the golf course and meet new people out at the golf course and just kind of hang out and chill. But I feel like you think about it and reflect on it early on, and then you just kind of let it go and just relax, because, I mean, we got 7 more weeks of regular season, and so I mean, this is all we're going to think about for 7 weeks. So I feel like for the most part during the bye, you're just trying to unplug from football.
When you go back and you look at the missed field goals, is that something mentally tough for you, seeing the misses? Because it's not like you're watching success in those points.
Yeah, I think you learn a lot from the misses, and I think I've expressed before is like whenever you are struggling, I feel like you learn a lot more about yourself and your fight and kind of your will to win, and you either got to figure it out or you're probably not going to be playing anymore. So I think that's kind of to the point where I'm at is like I got to figure it out. I got to figure out, and I got to put the ball through the uprights and help this team win these next 7 games.
You still have confidence.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You still have that most confidence in yourself that say
Yeah.
it's tie game,
Yeah.
3 seconds left on the clock, you can go out 50 plus yards and
Yeah.
put one through.
Yeah, no, certainly. I feel like I'm always going to have confidence in myself, and I feel like I build that in practice and pregame, and just knowing that those kicks in the game are no different than those, and so just really dialing in practice is kind of my priority, and just getting ready for the game.
Since you were unplugged Sunday,
Yeah.
you probably missed some of the chaotic
Yeah.
kicking that
Yeah.
and I don't know if that kind of, does that help you knowing that this, you weren't the only guy going through
Yeah.
stuff that.
No, I mean, I always hate to see guys do bad, and I feel like all kickers are kind of similar. It's like we all want each other to succeed and do well. We hate when one guy misses an important kick, and you feel for those guys and what they're going through. And I assume everybody's got great teammates around them to build them up and not tear them down. You just kind of hope the fan base does the same thing. Everybody screws up, so.
I mean, you're not rooting for anybody to screw up, but
No.
it does seem like you've got company.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody struggles. Everybody goes through their struggles, but I feel like usually everybody bounces back pretty well.
Evan, is this something like